and welcome back to another monthly garden tour. This is the month of March, and I'm super excited because there's tomato plants everywhere here at the home garden. And this is just a time of year where there's so many things to do. I can't keep up with the tomato seedlings. There's seedlings all around me. They're everywhere. I'm working on more every day. Every day I work on some more. The crows, excuse the crows over here, they're fighting. I think they're fighting over territory, or it might be mating season, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, I have been working very hard on getting my tomato seedlings. I am going to be having my tomato seedlings for sale at the farmers markets that I work at. I also think I'm going to be selling these on Crop Swap. So if you guys aren't on Crop Swap, get yourself an account on Crop Swap, and maybe you can buy some plants for me. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started with this garden tour. Alright, so starting from the front, this is some scarlet runner beans that I've training up this pole right here. And then this is just some chicken manure that I have yet to put in my beds. Some bulbs that are coming up. Oranges that the bees have definitely been pollinating. Very happy about that. I'm gonna have a lot of oranges. And as you can see, I've pruned this orange tree to kind of not block my walkway right here. I really want it to just come and cascade down up this way. I don't really want the orange tree to be growing this way. So the strawberry plants are coming back to life. Although I do have a problem with gnats in my garden. I've been looking up a few organic ways to take care of them, and I think I've kind of solved it, or going to solve it. Over here at the potting bench has been very busy over here at the potting bench. All of my tomato seedlings are ready to be potted on. I've got over 800 of them, so I've been very busy every day, working for hours, potting them on. And don't worry, I have a couple clips in a vlog that I've been recording. I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So over here, not much really going on. These little pellets right here that you see, these little white things, those are actually organic snail and slug repellent. They're like bait, and these are safe. Let's see if I could find here's the package. This is the package right here. This is organic. This is OMRI approved, and I use this because it's been raining a lot, and if I don't use this, then my plants, they just get really eaten up by the slugs. Kale is doing alright. The collard greens are doing great. I think they're almost ready for another, maybe a little bit of a harvest. I don't know, we'll see. Peas. This is my second crop of sugar peas, sugar snap peas. So these are microgreens underneath here. Nasturtiums. This is collard greens, mustard, beets. These are beets in here. Some more nasturtiums. I moved this plant. This plant was over there, but I had to put this table here for the tomato plant, so I moved it over here, and it seems like it's doing all right. Tomato plant. So I was able to overwinter a lot of my tomato plants. I'm very surprised that they survived. And these are my pepper plants that I pruned. And I'm really hoping I pruned them the right way. I just put some leaves on them as mulch just to kind of keep them warm. But this bed is all Swiss chard. And then this is a really huge tomato plant. There's a little tomato right here. And then there's some peas over here. This is my newest greenhouse that already has tomatoes in it. And this is what you want in your greenhouse. You do want the condensation in the morning. When you go out to your greenhouses, they should look like this. If they don't, they're not trapping enough heat. But there is so many tomato plants in here. I'm so happy. And then in here are this greenhouse is the one where I'm waiting. All of these need to be potted up today. And let's see what's going on over here. I got cabbages that are starting to, this one over here has gone to seed, but this one over here is forming, and I think that one is trying to form. We'll see what happens. But this bed right here, these two beds are the oldest, the first raised beds I ever put in my house, or my mom ever put, and they're at least probably 7 years old. And they do have cutworms in them, which is why sometimes these plants kind of suffer, or they grow slower because of the cutworms. And the only way to get rid of the cutworms is just you have to take them out by hand, and that's very difficult. They hide really well. And then over here, this is just some plastic I keep over the compost, because when it rains I take it off and I put it over my all of my tomato plants. But this is all of them. Varieties I have here are mainly yellow pear and Cherokee purple. One of the two main varieties that I'm growing, and everything needs a little bit of a fertilizer. I'm gonna probably fertilize them today. Eggplant got hit by the frost, but I pruned it a little bit. I pruned off all the dead parts, and hopefully it'll make a comeback. Oh, I just noticed a eggplant down there. Can you guys see that? There's an eggplant there, and then a baby one here, another one there, and coming over here, it's kind of hard to walk back here because of this huge table, but these microgreens are ready. Lettuces. This indigo tomato plant is at its end, so I'm going to take all the tomato plants off and then cut back that tomato plant. And it's been living for 2 years now, so it's time. It's time. Some more microgreens. That greenhouse over there has mainly eggplants and chilies, so I don't open it up a lot because eggplants and chilies need a lot of heat. Okay, so coming over here is, I'm doing an experiment, and these tomato plants have been growing outside only. They haven't been in a greenhouse. I've just been keeping this little plastic containers over them, and they seem to be doing okay. A little leggy, but that's alright. These are all the tomato plants that I've potted up. Still got one more shelf to go. Say hi. Say hi, Beck. Hi, Beck. Hi, Beck. I am done showing you guys in the back. Now I'm going to go to the side garden and show you guys what's growing on over there. Alright, you guys, so I'm here in the side garden, and everything is doing really well. I'm very pleased and grateful that everything is growing well. These are some beets down in here. Nasturtiums. This is the season for nasturtiums. Celery. I think I stuck like 11 celery plants in here, so I've gotten already 4 or 5 crops of celery off just this small little bed. And then over here, the fava beans are over 3 feet tall now. got flowers on them. Soon I will have beans. I'm gonna have a lot of beans. Lettuces. As you can see, I do have to put those slug pellets down because if not, then everything will just be eaten by slugs. Carrots. These are carrots here. Celery over there. This is Swiss chard. A tomato plant right here that I overwintered. I think this is a brandy wine. Oregano is doing great. Probably it's getting a little bit too much shade, I think. Oh, I see some slug evidence right here. And then there's so many fava bean plants right here. It's crazy. So many flowers too. And these flowers are definitely edible, but I'm gonna leave them on the plants because I want beans. My blueberries are coming back. I have lots of new flowers on here. Nasturtiums. This is kind of cool. I don't know why this nasturtium, can you guys see that? That nasturtium plant has that like different coating on it. I've never seen that on a nasturtium. It's kind of different. But anyways, beautiful, beautiful flowers. You can see just how tall these are. Nasturtiums are just blooming like crazy. I love that. Garlic bed is doing really good. I wish I would have planted more garlic in these gaps down here, but it's too late now. I feel like it's too late in my region to be planting garlic. And then this is the yellow pear tomato plant that overwintered, and hopefully I get some fruit off of this. There's a little bit right there. I'm gonna come around here. More nasturtiums, lavender. This bed is really producing me a lot of kale and winter greens. Very happy about that. Collard greens and chard. Tomato plants that have overwintered. I actually have some tomatoes on here. Over here in this bed, the bronze fennel is bulbing up. I actually harvest some of the leaves sometimes and I give them to a restaurant for garnish. This is a brandywine tomato plant that overwintered. A couple more over there. They're all in the same plant. They're just growing, kind of sprawling out. Italian flat leaf parsley. And this is some lamb's ear sage. Really like that one. And then over here, this has grown like crazy. This is the borage plant. And this is at least 3 feet in total circumference. I don't know how to measure that really, but this is where the plant will produce its flowers that taste so good. And guys, I did not plant this This came from a seed that must have flew in, or I grew borage I think a couple years ago, so it's coming back now, which is great. And borage is a great, the roots are really nice to break up your soil. So if you have really hard clay soil, borage is a good thing to plant. Kale. And what else do we have here? More kale. The butterfly and bee garden is looking great. The vining lilac is still in bloom. And this is the salvia that overwintered. And this is a new addition. One of my friends gave me this plant. I don't remember what it is, but it has these really pretty purple flowers on it. Milkweed is coming back. There's a little bit of salvia right there. And over here is where I really have to put down the slug pellets, because as you can see, things will just get rummaged by these snails and slugs. Some beets that are looking really healthy. Cabbages that are forming. Very nice. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I just noticed this nasturtium. Look, my hand disappears. It's huge. Alright, I think that is it, everybody, for this garden. Hey everybody, I am here at my second garden, and I'm just going to give you guys a quick little tour of what's growing on over here. Okay, so it is very, very sunny, so I apologize for if there's too much of brightness, but I just want to show you guys. This is like a turnip that's growing in here. I've also sowed some more radishes so I can get another crop. This is the purple top turnip. You can kind of see that right there. Right in there. Let's see, there it is. And then got some onions in here. These ones were planted at the same time as these, and these are way, way, way bigger. This tomato plant is coming back to life. Look at these clusters. There's just so many on there. Very happy about that. This tomato tastes really, really good. These onions, spring onions, green onions. Look at that. I have not had any success with onions. I'm very happy with those. Those are radishes. I think these are also bunching onions. Lettuce. Lettuce is doing really good. I'm going to harvest a lot of this lettuce very soon, so I can prep these beds for tomatoes. This bed, the same thing. Got some kale in here, which is looking great. Some more radishes. Lettuce. I do want to harvest this lettuce before it starts bolting. Alright, so excuse the gardeners in the background, but look at this, you guys. Wham! Is that the biggest radish you've ever seen, or what? I'm leaving this in here because I'm going to enter this in the Orange County Fair for largest radish. So, wish me luck, you guys. Maybe I'll win. You'd be surprised how big the radishes get. But, yeah. Keeping that one alive for the competition. Got some new sowings of radish right here. Next to that, in this bed, is lots of beautiful, beautiful lettuce. I'm gonna have to harvest this because the warmer it gets, the closer it is to bolting. cilantro is coming back after I gave it one cut. Smells great. Various radishes, kale. These radishes are ready. This one as well. Parsnips. These parsnips, some of them actually are ready. Some of these, like, I just dug around one just to show you guys a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Right there. There it is. Oh, nope. There's the parsnips. And I didn't do a good job at thinning these out, but that's okay. It doesn't matter really. These aren't going to be in any kind of competition. They're going to taste great though. See, there's a little one there. They need a lot more time though. And then in this bed is some lettuce and a little bit of parsnips. And that is it for this garden.